Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to Off the Top. Scals here, joined by a bunch of misfits. Picking up tonight, we're doing the AEW predictions. How's everybody going?
Good.
Doing
Good.
good.
No.
Good.
All right,
Yeah.
so tonight we have Mystic, Heel Zach, Nate, Nightmare, and Scarlet. What's everybody's thoughts on the pay-per-view? Like, how are you guys looking forward to it?
Not really.
Yeah,
No.
it's definitely looking to be a good one with the Iron Man match with Bryan Danielson and MJF.
I mean, I'm a little bit excited because this is my first AEW pay-per-view. I'm also excited to see what's going on, and this might be my 100%. I'm gonna be into the AEW might actually happen after this pay-per-view. So you never know.
Yeah. The only thing I'm kind of looking forward to is only three matches, the trios match, Iron Man match, and Texas Death match. Those are the only three I'm kind of actually excited for.
So for everybody who's been following Off the Top, I hope Scarlett gets into AEW, considering she does a show on Wednesday nights and she watches it with everybody. But come check out Scarlett's Lair, Wednesday nights, 9 p.m., right here on this channel. You get to watch AEW with her and then discuss the show afterwards. So let's start off with the first match we're going to discuss. I want to get this match out of the way because I feel like it's just a throwaway match. Chris Jericho and Ricky Starks.
Makes 0 sense.
Good.
It's just the story they have between each other and always JS getting between the matches, and now they are banned from ringside.
Yeah, they're fully
But
banned from
that's
ringside,
what-
so no one can get involved.
It'll be a good
Unless
match.
someone new joins. Will someone new join?
I mean, based on what I've seen from Chris Jericho in WWE and in AEW, he is very impressive. I gotta give him his time. He is a good wrestler, and based off of what I've seen from Ricky Starks, he's good as well. So it's kind of an iffy situation for me. But for that match, I'm gonna have to go with Chris Jericho based off the fact that he's been doing it longer, and it just makes more sense for the brand of AEW for him to win.
I believe it'll be a good match. I really do, because obviously it's Ricky Starks. He's amazing. Jericho, he's one of the best to ever do it. The match makes no sense, but it's going to be a good match regardless. Potential could be match of the night, potentially. But I'm going to have to go for Ricky Starks on this one. I don't see him losing.
Yeah, me, I love these two guys. Ricky Starks and Jericho are my favorite. But with me getting into AEW a long time ago, back in 2020, it was Jericho that brought me in. So I'm going with Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho's been doing this for a lot of years, and he knows what he's doing. Starks is good, but Jericho's better at win this one. I just hope so.
I don't see a universe where Chris Jericho winning makes any kind of logistical sense. Ricky Starks is a guy who needs to be put over. He's a guy that needs to. He's already beat Jericho twice, so I don't see why this match needed to happen. I don't see why the feud needed to happen longer than it has. Ricky Starks is a pillar of the future of that company. Chris Jericho is not, and that's the bottom line. Chris Jericho is aging. He is on his way out in the next couple of years, I'm sure, and he's going to be putting over these younger guys on the way out.
Yep. Not to mention, he needs this win. After losing that match to MJF, just a few weeks ago, he needs this win over Jericho. A major legend like Jericho would put him back towards that picture.
Right. Ricky Starks is a bona fide future champion of that company, so I don't see him losing this match.
100%.
I mean, I have to agree with you on that. I definitely do not see Ricky Starks losing unless Jericho pulls a Jericho and doesn't want to put him over, because it feels like that's what he's done recently in the matches he's been in.
Explain to me why David, oh my gosh, Danny Garcia is not a white hot baby face right now that he should have been.
Yeah.
just from exactly what I just said. Jericho's holding people back on how they could be. Ricky Starks should not be feuding with Jericho. Ricky Starks should be going for the TNT Championship or even further on. He is so like the crowd is so far behind him. Like they just need to push him, and he is ready to go. Like,
Yeah, he is wildly talented.
He's absolute.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. I just think the thing is, it's like those two are like. I mean, I know I'm going with Jericho, but Starks. I mean, I see Starks becoming an AEW World Champ really soon because that man should have got a push a long time ago. Like what he's done in AEW throughout these years, he's been showing a lot of things lately where he should be the best. Just like the time when Hobbs turned on him, like he lost the FTW title to Hook. I didn't mind that. But the one title I think Starks could go for is either the AEW title, like I said, or the TNT title.
yeah,
I can see Starks going for the All-In title. I think him and Orange Cassidy would put on a good program if they did it.
That would be a good match, actually.
I always forget about that extra belt because they have so many.
Yeah,
I
it's not
can't
even
keep track of
defended.
them all.
True,
He's being defended on Sunday.
No.
Yeah,
That's
I
amazing.
mean,
It's going to be Orangehausen.
Orange House.
you have,
I
you have
literally
them
put-
being
I
thrown
literally
into
made that
that
name.
match for no reason. We'll discuss that in a moment.
Yeah.
I literally made that name as I was typing out all the matches. Orangehausen.
Orangehausen.
I mean, it makes sense though.
Yeah, they literally made so many other names with someone and then Danhausen.
Yeah.
Very nice, very cool.
All right, so final thoughts on this one. I think most of us had Ricky Starks, except for
Yeah.
Scarlett. She had her, Jericho winning. Am I correct?
no.
Wrong on that?
No, I said I got Jericho winning.
You got Jericho winning as well.
Oh yeah.
All right, so 4-2 on that. Not bad, not bad. So let's move on to the next match. Let's actually talk about that tag team match. We have Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal versus the Guns versus the Acclaimed, and then the winners of the Battle Royal from AEW Dynamite, Orange Cassidy and Danhausen.
Orangehausen.
God, I'm gonna say this. Like, I love the Acclaimed, but I really don't want them to win the titles back because they don't need another reign. Orangehausen, I mean, I see potential in Orange Cassidy still and Danhausen, but they're not winning. So my pick, I'm going with and the Gun Club. I don't like the Gun Club. Can't stand them guys. But the only team that I think has got this, even though I don't like them, but I'm gonna have to, is Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. Because
Oh God, no!
I'm sorry, but like that's the only team I can see walking out as tag team champions right now in my mind.
I wanna say that Orangehausen. I mean, even though they give off the chaotic energy that I feel like AEW needs, I don't think that that's gonna happen. The Acclaimed, they just lost the titles. I think they need a time. They need time away from that title. Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. I mean, I've heard some things that I'm not really proud of, but I do think that Jay Lethal is really good in the ring. But I think that the Guns, I feel as if the Guns should retain based off of the simple fact that they just got the titles, so just let them have it for a little bit.
I also think the Guns are going to win this one. I'm also really sick of Tony Khan throwing two popular wrestlers together and giving them a stupid tag team name that's just a random combination of their names. It's annoying as all fuck. But Orange Cassidy should not be fighting for a tag title at all. He's got the All-Atlantic Championship. He should be defending that. Danhausen is a comedy gimmick. He should not be winning championships, period. Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett combined are over 100 years old. They should not be fighting for championships. The Acclaimed, they don't need the tag championships anymore. They had them. They had a good run with them. The Guns need to establish themselves as the next top tag team in this company. They're going to do it here. They're going to win.
Yeah, I'm gonna be pissed off if that does happen. Ugh. I can't stand the Guns for some reason.
Because they're good heels.
I know. I know you're talking to a heel that works on the indies. I know, but jeez.
Yeah, be honest with you, this match, I absolutely hate it. I cannot stand it. Jeff Jarrett, he's a guy that's broken thousands of guitars and never draws a single dime. And then I see the Guns as transitional champions. And to add in Orange Cassidy and Danhausen just last night makes absolutely no sense. I would have liked to have seen Orange Cassidy actually defend the All-Atlantic title because I feel like he's a great champion. He's a great talent. But overall, originally, I was going to go with the Acclaim because I thought they were seriously going to win it. But I really don't think they made it right now. Even though they're transitional champions, I don't see the Guns not winning this. So I'm going to have to pick the Guns to retain.
Okay, the way you were going, I thought you were going to say that you were going to have Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal win.
Right.
I would vomit, dude. I would vomit. I would literally.
I was about to kick you out of the chat and be like, I'm getting somebody else to talk.
Oh, no. I will throw a brick at my TV if that happens.
Because
I mean,
AEW has been in quite a funk for a while now, and they haven't been consistently great in months. And if they put a tag title, or any title for that matter, on Jeff Jarrett, they are putting a nail in their own coffin that's just going to plunge that company farther down.
I'll tell you what, if Jeff Jarrett does somehow win, the next time Off the Top is live on TikTok, I will personally send a fucking galaxy, if that happens. Yeah.
I'll go
If
live
Jeff
just
Jarrett
for
wins,
that.
I will mail him Anthrax.
I will literally shave all my hair off.
No, you won't.
what the hell, Mister? Are you really gonna do that?
I will
Yeah.
watch every single Ronda Rousey match before they win. Like,
only
if they
thing-
win, I will watch every single Ronda
If
Rousey
Jeff
match.
Jarrett wins the championship in AEW, I am TPing Tony Khan's house.
So, I just don't understand how they go from the best tag team division in all of the major wrestling brands to having these four go for the title. That's what I still do not get. How do you not have the Lucha Bros in it? How do you not have... Like, there's so many other tag teams they could have put in this match over these guys.
Why not Private Party? They're
Private-
doing pretty decent right
Private
now.
Party, that's another one. Right.
Aussie Open. They were literally in the Battle Royal.
Like,
Damn it.
how many people would not want to see them go for the title? It would actually make it more
Exactly.
believable that somebody else is going to win besides the Guns retaining. Like, because this looks like right now it's going to be one of two teams. It's going to be the Guns, or it's going to be the Acclaim winning it for the third time. And is there another team that's won it that many times yet?
Have they acclaimed won the tag titles twice?
Didn't they win it,
No.
lose it, and then win it again?
No, they won.
No. Just
Okay.
one.
I thought they lost it for a week and then won it back. I thought they were flip-flopped it for a week.
No,
So, that's my mistake.
They lost at All Out and then got a
Oh,
already
right.
match at
Right, they
Grand
got it
Slam.
2 weeks later.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay.
That's why.
I think
Wait,
they won
that
the exact same night that Saraya debuted. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Wait, I believe. Yeah, that was like I swear because there was
That later.
when Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal like cheated to win, and then the Acclaimed got the titles back because they had to restart the match.
I'm just tired of
Right,
these
they
old
did.
veterans
They
like
did
Jeff
lose it,
Jarrett.
but the match was restarted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, right, yeah.
I would rather see Wet Carrot wrestle against the body of Katie Vick
Oh God.
than watch Jeff Jarrett win a championship.
I'm hoping this is the last time we see
God.
Jeff Jarrett in a pay-per-view match.
I-
Because it's taken away from all these younger talent that could have used that spot and actually carried it and done something with it.
You know what?
Jeff
They should
Jarrett
put-
he's Hulk Hogan.
There you go. Hey, there you go. Got Angela Parker and Matt Menard in there. It should have been them instead. There you go.
Like, yeah, hate Hulk Hogan all you want, but at least the dude drew money. He was the reason that him and Macho Man were the two big reasons that pro wrestling went mainstream.
Yep.
Jeff Jarrett has contributed nothing except his wife.
Except for guitar
Yep.
shots.
Yeah, of course.
Dude, Honky Tonk Man
They
was
can't
third.
play.
Oh, this is true.
Honky Tonk
Yeah.
Man.
Yep, 1,000 guitar shots and never drew a single dime.
All
Honky
right.
Tonk Man is one of the best Intercontinental Champions of all time. But all right, continue.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go with the Guns retaining on this one. I don't think that Jarrett and Lethal should win. Orangehausen is useless as a tag team, and the Acclaim just lost it, so I feel the Guns are going to keep it. The only thing Lethal is good for is Ric Flair impersonations. Was
Yeah,
there?
true.
Did everybody go on this match?
I mean, respectfully though, real quick, I do respectfully disagree. I think Jay Lethal was an incredible talent for Ring of Honor
Was.
and Impact. I think Jay Lethal was in his younger days was incredible.
It was.
But
Mhm.
maybe, but now, yes, only Ric Flair impressions.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
I
Like
feel
right
like-
now, that's what he's good for.
Yeah.
He just needs to drop everything and go back. He was
Yeah.
fucking amazing, dude.
I
And now
mean,
he's
Phil did
tarnished his career.
Jeff Jarrett came this match for one reason for me. You can't have the Acclaim to take the pinfall because you got to make them look good even when they lose. You can't really make Danhausen and Orange Cassidy take the pinfall because
Yes, you
he's
can.
the all-in champion. You can't make him look bad either as champion.
Danhausen could be the person to take the pinfall. That's why he's there.
I seriously think Jeff Jarrett's the one that takes the pin, though.
I hope so.
Literally, he's an old white guy with long hair who thinks that like making Ric Flair impressions is fun.
All right. So we're going through that one. Let's go on to the next match. Let's go to the Trios Championship.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
All right. We got some excitement on this one.
Yes.
Nightmare, you want to start?
Yeah, for me, I love this match. It's one of very few matches I'm actually excited to see. The way the Elite came back and won the titles, I thought was just completely wrong. But the way they won the entire 7-match series, I was kind of over it. I thought it was a little bit of an overkill. But anyways, I think their time is past them. I think it's time for new champions. I think after last night's House of Black, leaving them laying, I see Sunday the exact same thing's going to happen. House of Black is walking out as the new Trios champions, rightfully so.
Definitely, because as what I seen last night too, I love the Elite. The Elite, Omega, Bucks, they're my favorite. But you know what? Give Buddy Matthews, Malachi Black, and Brody King titles. Like, what the fuck you doing, Tony Khan? Like, give them titles. That's what I've been wanting since they first formed. So I got to go with House of Black.
I'm going to go with House of Black as well because I love Buddy Matthews and I love Malachi Black. I believe that they are wonderful. I don't know much about the other guy because guess what? I've just started watching AEW and I love it so far, but I'm really hoping that this pay-per-view reels me in fully. But House of Black deserves it based off of everything that they've already put forth effort. They are good at promos. They're good at in ring. They are good at making everything chaotic and making everything where it needs to be. And I'm really excited for it.
So y'all know I'm a big Bucks fan. I'm a huge Bucks fan,
No.
and
No, knew that.
and I love Kenny Omega also, and they're the reason that company has a heartbeat are those three guys. That being said, the rightful winner of this match should be the House of Black. It should be the House of Black. They have been misused and misbooked since they got there. And this would be a great way to right that wrong and get them back in better graces with the audience, and maybe have Malachi Black be a little bit happier about where he's at, because he was not happy, as we all know. He left for a little while. And that being said, I don't get the feeling that they're going to win. For some reason, my gut is telling me that the Elite are going to somehow win the match, and the House of Black will get a rematch at some other show in the future to beat them for it. I think this feud is just getting started. I think, I don't know, maybe some shenanigans occur, but I for some reason, my gut is telling me the Elite are leaving with the championship still.
So, my question to you is, do you think it's because of the lack of build-up?
Yes, that's part of it.
Because I feel like they rushed it.
I think this is just the prologue of the feud. I think we're just in the beginning stages.
Yeah, because I feel like they rushed this match between these two, and they could have built it to be so much bigger than it actually is.
Right.
I'm not sure if it's in reference to what Jamie has said in the chat with CMFTR. I don't believe that's going to happen.
I don't think FTR is staying.
I don't
God,
either.
no.
I really
I
think
doubt
that
I really doubt
once their contract is up, they're done.
Gone.
And I know people don't want to say it. I think they are going to go back to WWE because I feel that they trust Triple H.
Triple H would have to be the anchors of that tag team division once the Usos split up.
Oh, definitely, 100%.
And like definitely the run in NXT.
Yes. Yo, bring them back to. You know what we should do if FTR leaves AEW, goes to WWE. Just put them in NXT for a little bit. 'Cause I want to see them like help out like the younger talent and all that in NXT, and have them go to the main roster and win the Raw tag titles or something.
If
Again.
that happens, you're gonna see. If I hear Southern Pride on Raw or SmackDown, you're gonna see me completely mark out like never before.
But also, I'm gonna just throw this out there real quick. I bet we get Jay and Jimmy 1-on-1 at SummerSlam, but that's only.
Oh yes, I would love to see that at SummerSlam. And then now that I'm looking to go at SummerSlam,
Bam.
it's going to be amazing.
That can be a bad.
My input on this match, ever since they revealed the trios titles, I just wanted House of Black. When Elite won, and then after everything happened at All Out, and they were stripped of the titles, I was wanting House of Black to win the titles, but no, they didn't. And then Full Gear comes around, they lost, and then do the whole thing. I feel like after the whole Best of 7 series, House of Black should have been right there, so they can at least build up the matches.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
Right
I
now,
feel like they missed the opportunity to have this be such a big thing.
like what 2-3 weeks of planning? What? Especially from a match that everyone has wanted to see.
Mm-hmm.
Elite and the House of Black will tear the house apart.
Yeah.
So
unfortunately, I think they are going to keep the belts. I do want House of Black to win it because they need to be shown love. Like, they did nothing for so long, and they could be one of the most dominating teams on this division.
Agreed.
Malachi Black, starting AEW with a dominant career so far, beating Cody Rhodes. And then, after that, starting House of Black.
And does nothing.
And then,
Yeah.
right,
He says Tony Khan doesn't know what the fuck to do.
He's
Not
still,
to mention he kicked the crap out of Arn Anderson.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing. Like when Malachi first came to AEW, I marked out because I was like, "Yo, he's in AEW, holy shit!" And when Tony Khan, just failed House of Black when they formed too, it was like, "Well, fuck you, Tony Khan. You're an idiot. You don't know what you're doing because you're giving like." And here's the thing that pisses me off about Tony Khan sometimes. It's like the former WWE stars like sometimes get a lot, and it's like, okay, before MJF did that shoot promo on Tony Khan that night after Double or Nothing, I was like, all right, maybe Tony Khan needs to just get his head out of his ass or something because he needs to give younger talent like Ricky Starks, Hobbs, somebody like a TNT title, like the TNT Championship. I know it's like a mid-card title. I don't like saying that, but I don't care because a lot of people in AEW deserve titles. After MJF's reign's over, sometime, I'm just gonna say this: just give Hobbs a title. Even Lance Archer. Lance Archer as World Heavyweight Champion. Like, think about that. That'd be amazing.
I don't think Powerhouse Hobbs is that great, but that's just my opinion.
He's alright. I say Lance Archer could not be anybody.
I love Lance Archer. That dude's been misused since he got there too.
Agreed. He's been one of my favorites since day one.
The Murder House Monster, man.
Not to mention
Even John Moxley.
in AEW.
Yeah.
All right.
But long story short, Malachi Black should be world champion by now.
Oh, he absolutely should have been.
100%. 100%.
But, Tony Khan is a fucking child.
I believe
Not be
that
looking at all.
I believe that House of wonderful, amazing talent, and they're being pushed down for people like MJF and everything like that, who are just total douchebags. But I mean, that's just me. And plus, I mean, Buddy Matthews is dating the most wonderful woman in the entire world.
Every day I don't wake up as Buddy Matthews coming on him at L.
I knew that was coming. I was kind of actually knew that. I knew that she was going to say that, actually. I kind of knew that was coming.
I mean,
Matter of time.
come on! I can't go a whole podcast without bringing up my wife.
Like, look at my profile picture on Discord and like everything else.
I'm kind of disappointed Mystic didn't bring it up first. Kind of disappointed. Mystic.
Well, I wanted to step away from that since we're talking about AEW. So
Yeah, fan. That's why I didn't say mommy, Rhea, so that's why I didn't say it.
all right, so
Has anybody else not spoken about this match yet? Or is everybody's spoken about it?
I think we all have.
We all have
I think we
spoken
were
about
pretty.
it.
We all have. Were we split on this
50-50.
one?
I think we're 50-50.
Yeah, that's what that was my feeling on it.
I don't know who else said the Elite.
I think the Elite's going to retain, even though I would love House of Black to win. I just
Right.
think that's how it's going to be, unfortunately.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm the black one, of course. So, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's
I
the
like
wrong.
that.
That's the wrong brand. Wrong brand.
Y'all, I like how y'all said to keep it on AEW, but then y'all keep doing LA Knight.
It's a replay.
All right. Moving on. Let's reel this back in. Let's move on to the
Okay.
next match. Let's move over to the women's championship. Nate, the floor is yours.
Jamie Hayter is the only person who should even be considered to win this match. Saraya has been absolutely ridiculous since showing up in AEW. Nothing has looked good that she has done. Whatever her and Tony Storm are up to is ridiculously stupid and wildly unentertaining. Ruby Soho is just here to eat the pinfall because she just shows up every couple of months to get into a match to take the pinfall. I'm pretty sure that's why she's here. Jamie Hayter she's the reason that women's division isn't completely drowning right now. And for the most part, it kind of is. And it has been since its inception, where we had Britt Baker as a great champion. I know how much Scales hates her, but Britt Baker is a great champion. Thunder Rosa was a good champion with a terrible booking. Jamie Hayter is probably the best pure, professional wrestler in that women's locker room. And if she loses the title to someone like Saraya, who is doing shit out of 1999 WCW, spray painting Tony Storm's ass cheeks, I will throw my TV out the window.
Yep.
Jamie Hayter better win this match, and she better win it convincingly.
Agreed.
Okay.
With Ruby Soho taking the pin, of course.
And I predict she will win.
So,
Yeah.
let me piggyback off of that, Nate. Yes, I can't stand Britt Baker. You know that. But it's because of how they treated her and how she ran the division. I feel like she was the AEW Charlotte Flair at the point. Now,
To be fair, they didn't have a fucking choice.
no, I understand that. That was part of
Well,
they weren't building anybody else up. They started, look who they started with as the first champion. So, it's like...
I don't remember who the fuck that was. Wasn't that Rio?
No, sorry, not Rio. The next one after that. Wasn't Nyla Rose the champion after that?
Yeah.
Nyla Rose.
Right,
And then,
okay.
Hikaru Shida.
Once Britt Baker took it over, it feels like there was nobody that could beat her. And then when Thunder Rosa beat her, that was the worst title reign.
So
Ever.
Thunder Rosa
And it
was
ru-
the best person to win, but I just don't think they had anything. They just didn't have anything for her after that.
Well,
They're like, hey, you're winning, but we don't have anything for you. Sorry.
they
bad.
also did it where she didn't win when she wanted to win, so she put up a bad match, and you could tell that she was losing as she was walking out. She does not have a good poker face with what the results of the matches are going to be. And I think that soured a lot of people on her heading into her title reign. That being said, like you said, the only person that should be walking out of this match with the title is Jamie Hayter. Because she has the chance to revitalize the division, and if they put it on one of the other two, there's no hope.
And real quick, before everyone else chimes in, Jamie Hayter puts on banger match after banger match after banger fucking match. She is the greatest women's wrestler in that locker room by a long shot. Continue.
All right, I'm gonna piss people off here.
Yeah, I already know it's gonna be.
I'm gonna have to say Saraya because I'm and I am kind of loving the like NWO stuff that she's doing. I'm kind of actually loving it. Nate's probably
Well,
gonna
that's because you didn't witness it happen the first time when it was
It's
immaculate.
WCW.
Hey,
Yeah, Peacock, go back into WCW.
It's on the network.
Guess what? I've watched documentaries where they mention it and they talk about how monumental it was. So guess what? I know a little bit. I've been watching documentaries, not just WWE and AEW pay-per-views. I haven't watched an AEW one, but I will be on Sunday. But I'm saying I love her gimmick. I love everything she's doing, and I think she's a wonderful wrestler. And she came back after a neck injury, and she's still doing wonderful matches while still having neck pain. So let's just say I'm gonna say Saraya, regardless how anybody feels. Nick.
No, you're gonna be the only one picking Saraya.
All right, I can stay with that because guess what? I love her, and I will stay being the outcast for this. So you know what? Somebody else take the dang floor.
I mean, listen, I love Saraya too. Don't get me wrong, but this booking is just dumb, and I don't know.
It's not the time.
She deserves better.
Tony Khan should not be booking at all.
No, they brought
Stay away.
Madison Rain in for this, and oh wait, she's not doing that. She's wrestling. All right, who's next?
I can go.
I already know what this one's gonna be. It's obvious.
Okay, we all know how big of a stands for Jamie Hayter, me, and Nate is. This match makes no sense whatsoever. I feel like it should have been Britt Baker versus Jamie Hayter. The two best friends finally implode because Britt Baker's always still in her spotlight. But when it comes down to it, Ruby Riott and Jamie Hayter should have been one-on-one. Saraya had no business in this match besides being a big name. Since she came back, she had all this hype, all this promise behind her. She was going to do big things. And then they give her an NWO/Lay Cole gimmick with Toni Storm, which I feel bad for Toni Storm on. Besides big name, what does Saraya really bring? She's only had a handful of matches. She does not deserve to be nowhere near the title picture. But at the end of the day, it's all about the Hayterade. Jamie Hayter is one of the best women in all of wrestling right now. In my opinion, the greatest AEW Women's Champion of all time. Jamie Hayter is walking out still AEW Women's Champion because she is mommy.
Oh God.
She's
Uh,
mommy of AEW.
I don't like the slander going on for my woman right now. I'm not appreciative.
I got Jamie Hayter winning. That's all. Just because I mean, like I never liked Jamie Hayter a little bit when I first got into not when I first got into AEW. When she first came up to the roster and joined Britt, 'cause I'm a Britt Baker fan still. And when Jamie Hayter was with her, I was like, I don't like Jamie Hayter. But as she went on and won the AEW Women's title, I was like, okay, because I see potential in her, and she's been doing well with the reign. So I got Jamie Hayter retaining.
Who hasn't talked about this yet?
Mystic.
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 It's really the only obvious fucking choice for who to win. It's Jamie Hayter. No one's picking Ruby. She's just gonna be taking a pin while Saraya's just, oh, my neck hurts, and on the floor.
Appreciating all of the slander. Can we not slander her so much? Can we not?
I wanted, what was it? The Fatal 4-Way match? Where was that? Was it at AEW All Out that Jamie Hayter was part of? Britt Baker too? I forgot. But I wanted Jamie Hayter to win that match, but he got screwed out of it, but then won it on later on. But Jamie Hayter had a lot of momentum back then. She still has that momentum now, if not even higher.
And
She raises the bar every single time.
And I'll say this too: without Britt Baker, I don't think Jamie Hayter becomes as popular as she is. I do think Britt Baker was crucial for that.
Agreed. People need to give Britt Baker her roses.
So, in regards to that,
I
I still don't understand how they are best friends when she turned on her and caused Jamie Hayter to be out while she was injured.
Because Saraya got signed and they decided to do some stupid rehash of the Outsiders angle.
So it was heading to that, to where they were actually going to fight, and then they
Well, yeah,
decided
it was
not to. They pivoted.
Britt Baker fully turning on Jamie Hayter and making Jamie Hayter a massive babyface.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because crowds were cheering her already.
So Saraya made it about herself and ruined other people's pushes. Got it. Okay.
Hayter's gonna hate.
all this slander now. Why?
I understand that you don't like it, but I'm sorry. That's what a prediction show is. We talk about who we don't like, and we talk about who we like, and then we pick our winners.
Slander.
Because she
Accept it.
just accept it,
All right,
Scarlett. Time to move on.
Oh.
Next match.
We'll be talking about it later.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh, boy.
No holds barred. Jungle Boy Jack Perry versus Kristen Cage.
Oh God. This
Why is
one,
Christian Cage gonna win?
I don't know. This one's really not bad to me because like these two have been going back and forth since like the summer of last year. So my take on this, I love both these guys. They're good wrestlers, but you know what? Christian Cage, amazing talent, and Jungle Boy, amazing. But you know what? Jungle Boy's gonna win this because Jungle Boy deserves to be a big name like Christian Cage. So I think Jack Perry is gonna beat the living shit out of Christian Cage and knock his ass out. 1, 2, 3.
I agree. I think this match should only go that. I think it should be massively one-sided, where Jack Perry just lets out all this frustration finally and just beats the ever-living hell out of him. Unfortunately, Christian suffering the injury that he suffered prevented this feud from ending a lot sooner. But, alas, here we are. Jack Perry is one of my favorites, too. He's one of my favorite guys in AEW right now. Has been for the last few years. He's got a really bright future ahead of him. I believe he's a future world champion material. I think Jack Perry wins this, and I think it's a lot more one-sided than people think it's going to be.
I just want this feud to be over.
Yeah.
It's past its point, its expiration date. This needs to be a squash match, and Jack Perry standing on top and over Christian Cage. That's
right.
Just how it needs to be. We need to move on.
Think Wardlow versus MJF.
Right. It just comes in, destroys them, moves on. Let's go.
I would like to say I think that Christian Cage should put Jack Perry over based off the fact that Jack Perry deserves to be on known for his talents, and also the beef just, again, like y'all have said, needs to be squashed. I've tried to do as much research on everything as much as possible for all of the matches that I am predicting beforehand, and this beef is getting tiring. So I mean, come on, Jack Perry, just take the W and let's move on.
I don't see any universe that Christian Cage wins this. There's nothing to gain from Christian winning. This feud has been going on way too long. It would have been sooner, but Christian had to get injured. Not his fault, but Jack Perry on top for this. It's been like that for so long. Christian always taking advantage. Took Luchasaurus away from Jack Perry, winning that match at All Out against Luchasaurus. And the match was gonna be made, but injury happened, and now it's now. Yeah, it just needs to end. Move on. TNT, All Atlantic, whatever. I don't want to see another long ass feud like this, or how it was for JAS and Blackpool Combat Club.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that was awful. I hated every single moment. It lasted way too long. Should have ended at blood and guts.
Well, that feud should have ended at Blood and Guts. And because the Blood and Guts was a great match, and then just kept going.
Who else still has to talk about this match?
I haven't yet.
Okay. And Zach, did you talk about it yet or no?
Yeah, I went first on that one.
Okay. Nightmare?
Okay, so me, I could really care less about this match. It's been dragged out way too long, and I feel sorry for both of them because they've had to start and stop this storyline constantly, non-stop. Injury or whatever, it's always being stopped. They lose all their momentum and have to completely restart. I'm just ready for it to be over with. I do think it's time to start building up Jungle Boy Jack Perry up to that main event level. And I do believe a win over Christian Cage, a definitive win over Christian Cage, would do a lot for his career. Just like Nate, I hope it's completely one-sided. Christian Cage has brought his family to this. He's brought in his dad, his mom, his sister. He needs to make this personal. Just let everything go. Beat the holy crap out of Christian Cage and win. So Jungle Boy Jack Perry is going to win.
Right.
And Heel, did you say you went on this already? Sorry.
Yeah, I said that Jungle Boy's winning.
All right. This should have ended with Jungle Boy giving Christian a concerto on the stage a few weeks ago, and we don't even need the match. Like, that's how I feel this should have ended.
It should be as one-sided as Brock Lesnar and John Cena at SummerSlam was.
I'd be happy with that.
Just have him completely lose it. Lose control of himself and just take all of his anger and everything out.
Maybe they could have done this at All Out and not just do Luchasaurus, but
Yeah, they should have. That's the thing they should have done. Like, before Christian even got hurt, with this whole feud, like, this thing was kind of weird. You know, Christian turning on Jungle Boy last year, and then you have Luchasaurus turn heel, and then it goes back and forth, and then you have Luchasaurus turn again, and officially stayed. We hadn't seen him in a while. Besides that, Christian, like, when he first came to AEW, I was happy he was in AEW. I was so happy. I was like, yo, he's in AEW. Christian's gonna do something. Shit. He has. But then, again, like, when he brought up Jungle Boy's father, that's what I like about Christian. He's a good heel, because, no offense to, like, MJF or anyone, it's Christian Cage, like, he actually, like, brought in real-life stuff to make this storyline really good. And it has. Like, I know, like, what Nightmare said, it, like, stopped and went because, you know, injuries. Exactly, because I think Jungle Boy had injuries and Christian had shoulder surgery or something. So, like, it made sense, but I'm glad this is still going on. But I wish it would have ended, like, maybe last year or maybe sometime before Christian got injured. Should have.
Yeah, I definitely agree with all that. All right, so I think we're all in favor that Jungle Boy is going to win this match, or at least should. Let's move on to the next one. The TNT Championship. Samoa Joe versus Wardlow.
Ooh, that's going to be a good one.
Disappointing build, in my opinion. There's been hardly any build with this match whatsoever. I love everything that Wardlow's doing. But at the end of the day, I don't see Samoa Joe losing this whatsoever. Plus, you got Powerhouse Hobbs to whoever wins this. But Samoa Joe's win this. Ain't no way he loses that title.
Yeah, it's like... See, my original pick for this when this got announced was Wardlow. But as I'm thinking about it, you know, these two are good talent. Samoa Joe, he's been my favorite for like a while. So, I mean, no offense to Wardlow, I love you, Wardlow, but Samoa Joe, he's winning this because once Samoa Joe wins and faces Hobbs, I think Hobbs will take the title off Samoa Joe when Joe retains. I think that's just my like prediction and shit. Who knows, but well, I got Samoa Joe winning.
Ooh, Nate just left.
they had to take care of something. He said in the chat.
All right. I would like to say that based off of storyline and what I've seen from Samoa Joe, this is an unpopular opinion, but in my opinion, I believe that it doesn't make sense for Samoa Joe to have to have a title run right now. So based off what I've learned and what I've seen, I just don't think it makes sense in my opinion. But obviously, everybody has different opinions than I do most of the time. But I'm gonna have to go with Wardlow because I feel like he just deserves it more, in my opinion.
All right. So who?
I
Everybody else
haven't
is
gone
down,
yet,
right?
so
You haven't gone yet. All right.
I
You
haven't.
can go, and then I'll finish it up.
Samoa Joe, the king of TV, with the ROH World Television Championship and the TNT Championship. I would love for Joe to win this match, and then sometime going against Zack Sabre Jr. for the NJPW World TV title, so he can just have all the TV titles. I feel like it could be good. He is the king of television.
That's true, actually.
I
I
would
ain't gonna lie.
want this. I can see this. I can imagine this in my head right now. I can see this happening. Joe needs to win.
No.
Straight up. Just for the future.
No.
Come on. Come on.
AEW has fumbled the bag with Wardlow, and now is the time to rectify it. He never should have had his hair cut. He never should have been away for as long as he was. They never should have ruined his title reign. He needs to win it back and needs to be the dominant force that he should be. That's my opinion on him. Like, he needs to have a belt. He needs to be on TV every single week. He needs to be defending the title, destroying people, back to what he was doing that led up to MJF, and then they fumbled it. And if he's not going to do that, he needs to leave AEW, because I don't know how you mess him up.
I just see Wardlow as a straight up WWE guy. If he was in WWE, he would be a main event star right now.
100%.
He has that ability now. Like, he was going to be in WWE, but they told him, make a name for yourself, and he's made that name for himself now. If he was to leave, 100% he would be in WWE. The second, contract is gone.
Wardlow versus Brock Lesnar. Give me that match if that ever happens.
Not to mention, Wardlow can tell a really good story. Not only can he wrestle, not only does he have the look, but the dude can tell a really good, compelling story. Like, that promo he had almost had me in tears, which is very hard to do considering I've been watching for over 20 years. But he almost got me.
Wardlow versus Drew. Wardlow versus Sheamus. Like,
Wardlow versus Gunther.
Wardlow, right? Like, it's there. Like, everything is built in there. Like, it's just you can have Wardlow go versus Seth Rollins. Wardlow go versus Chad Gable. Like, there's so many possibilities.
Thank you.
Wardlow could definitely be a WrestleMania main eventer.
Yep.
That'd be awesome.
100%. Tony Khan is following the ball just like he always does.
I think Wardlow needs to win this match.
There's no reason whatsoever why Wardlow is still in the mid card. There's no reason for it. He should be in that main event picture.
100%. All right, so we have 2 matches remaining.
Oh boy.
The Texas Death Match. Jon Moxley versus Hangman Adam Page.
Oh, I gotta go on this one. Now, this one, I'm actually intriguing, because when this feud was going on, I was telling a lot of people on Twitter, I was like, you know what? I want to see Moxley and Hangman in the Texas Death Match, and now we got it. So, the way I see this going out is, they beat the living hell out of each other. Of course, they're both going to bleed to death, of course, because it's the death match. But as I'm thinking, I love Hangman, like, even though his buckshot lariat is not that good. But besides that, I see Moxley taking the win, because Jon Moxley, you don't fuck with him in death matches. Like, you will probably get your ass beat in a death match by Jon Moxley. So I got my boy Jon Moxley, baby.
This is a match that I'm particularly not very excited about. It's just a regular death match. I am sick and tired of these matches getting these big names to make them sound bigger and better than what they really are. I was excited about the matchup at first, but the fact that it's going to be on pay-per-view and not on TV, it just seems like a TV match to me. It don't seem like no pay-per-view match because every single Moxley match, there's always blood. There's always jokes. Oh, it's a Moxley match. Someone go get the ketchup. Someone go get the red Jello. Like, he needs to start thinking about his family more. I love Moxley, but I am sick and tired of seeing him bleeding every single match. I will say it will be a very good match. I'm not very excited for it, but I'm not underestimating the underdog here. I might have to go with Hangman Adam Page. I think he finds some way to get the win. He doesn't quit. I'm going with the underdog.
Even though he has a worse buckshot lariat, but I mean,
The impact of the Buckshot Larry is goated now.
Alrighty, I'm gonna put my 2 cents in. Like I said, I did a little bit of research before this podcast, and I have seen many different matches where John Moxley has been bleeding in matches and kept going like it was nobody's business. So with that being said, I think based just off of his stamina alone and how much he's bled in multiple different matches before, I believe that John Moxley is going to take this win based off of his stamina, how much he's already bled in the past, and how much he can actually do. Even whenever he seeing him as a athlete. And seeing what I have seen from Adam Page, there, in my opinion, there's no way that Adam Page is taking this W.
I mean, as much as I want Hangman Adam Page to win this match, I just don't think there's any way they're going to have Moxley lose. And it's in part to what everybody has said so far. Mox doesn't give up. He's tenacious. He bleeds in almost every match so he can withstand the loss of blood. Like, it's just... I don't think that now's the time for Page to go over Moxley. But I think that, like, the time has passed already. Like, this feud dragged on for too long for me. So, whoever wins this, I just want this to be the end. And then they move their separate ways. But I think Moxley's going to win. Who hasn't gone yet? Mystic?
Yeah, I haven't gone yet.
Alright.
I love both of these guys. They done a lot for AEW. Even though Adam Page's title reign was not that good, could have been better, just, booking. And then having that loss with CM Punk, which should have happened, to be honest, but, they have to put the title on them. I just hope that we don't get another shot of John Moxley literally in the corner of the ring blading himself. I don't want to see that shit again, man. It was...
for no reason, like, even with him and Punk when they had that match, like, all of a sudden you see Punk just bleed out of nowhere. I'm like, well, shit. I was expecting. The funny thing is, I was like, yo, watch Moxley bleed. Didn't happen. I'm like, wow, that's a surprise. But still, like, even with that match, that Moxley, I think it was either a promo or a match Moxley had. It was a match against Uno. And Uno was the one that bled. The funny thing is, when Heyman came out and attacked Moxley with barbed wire, all you see at the end was him busted wide open. I'm like, holy shit.
I believe they made this match on purpose. They made this match to put somewhere on the card, either in the middle or towards the end. That way, they know not many people are intrigued by the tag team title match. Not very many people are really intrigued about Jericho and Starks. It's going to be a good match to pick that pace back up, to really get the audience heart rates back up, get them back into that excitement to where there's actual pops.
Yeah.
I
I would basically.
Yeah. feud
Another episode of John Moxley Bleeds featuring other superstars.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Imagine Moxley actually did that. I will tune in for that.
Or what
Really.
the Muta scale is like right now for John Moxley.
And plus, before we move on, I want to point out that the promo that John Moxley did, making himself bleed just for a promo to show that he is still aggressive while bleeding profusely from his head. Like, I mean, after seeing that promo, it was a dead deal for me.
Mm-hmm. Like I was like, damn! Like after Hangman hit him with that barbed wire, legit. When you see Moxley that promo Wednesday, I was like, all right.
I'm just ready for this match. I'm just ready for this match to be over. I felt like this could have been a Dynamite match instead of putting it on the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
The
The feud was alright.
I'm gonna say the feud was
John
mid.
Moxley. Yeah. I would want to see Hangman win, to be honest.
All right.
I can
so
see this match benefiting more like Hangman later on.
yeah, like I said, I just really want this feud to be over with. I feel like AEW's dragged things out for too long, and it's partly due to the fact that they only have pay-per-views every 3 months. But with the pay-per-views, they also wait until 3 weeks beforehand to get all the matches put together. So I don't know what they're doing for the other 9 weeks.
Yeah.
So it's like they're like stuck between a rock and a hard place with how they handle things, where they drag things out for too long, put the thing together, and then it's over. So
Well,
they need to figure out like a happy medium. Like, is there a feud for 12 weeks and then we get the blow off, or are they going to build up to it through different ways? So that's just my thoughts on it.
we know what Tony Khan's doing those other 9 weeks. Sniff, sniff.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the last match, which should be the main event. But you never know with them.
Yeah.
The 60-minute Iron Man match.
I could honestly care less about it. I'm probably one of the very few people that actually could care less about the main event, but MJF, he had all this promise being world champion. He finally had one of the biggest pops I've ever heard in AEW. Just a few that they've had, I feel like it's just not for me. As much as I love Bryan Danielson, as much as I like MJF, even though he's been kind of disappointing as world champion, I see MJF getting a 3-2 win over it. I don't see him losing that title not anytime soon.
Me, like, I ain't gonna lie, like, as I seen, like, I love MJF, like, I marked out when he came back at All Out last year. The one thing that has been going through my head since Wednesday was Bryan Danielson's promo. What he did on MJF, like, I never seen Danielson went off like that ever. Like, when he was in WWE, he was never like that. And then when he came to AEW, he was, like, never like that. And look at him, like, I see, that's why I think Danielson might win, but it's so hard because MJF's my favorite, and Danielson's my other one. It's just tough between these two. But if MJF wins this, he needs to come up with something new. He can't use the same tactics and shit, because if he does, that's going to give him, like, lower numbers in his Iron Man match, and Danielson will have, like, higher numbers. So my guts tell me that MJF's retaining anyways, no matter what.
I love both of these athletes. I think they're both good in the ring. I also think that what was I gonna say? Okay, now I don't remember. I also think that they're not done having MJF as the face of the company. He's already had just the fact that he had 300 people call the cops on him. I mean, that's getting a big pop, and a lot of people are getting interested because they're like, oh my god, there's AEW real shit going on. Like, come on now. It's getting attention, and that's what they're loving. That's one reason why I got into AEW, is because I heard about this douchebag named MJF. So I really don't think that he's done being the face of the company right now. So I think that they're gonna let him retain. But I do think that Bryan Danielson is gonna put up one hell of a fight. Because I mean, on now, and then if Bryan Danielson wins, I mean, I won't be mad about it because he is a wonderful athlete and he is really good in the ring, even whenever he was in WWE. But I do believe that MJF is not done being the center of AEW right now. So I'm gonna go with MJF.
Yeah.
Mystic, do you want to go or you want to finish this off?
Oh, I'll talk about the match. MJF's title reign, definitely one of the best title changes in history of AEW. I would have been a lot better if it was CM Punk, but CM Punk did his thing after All Out. But the thing is with MJF with the title right now, it's just no really story, like good stories come out of it. Danielson was just thrown in there because he was just next up. They literally try and piece things together to what would kind of make sense. And I know they're hard on for MJF for winning, so it's a given. He's gonna find some way to slime his way to a victory to get one more fall over Bryan Danielson. But I can see most of the match Danielson just taking over.
So, what got me on this is they used the same tactic of MJF versus Jericho here to get this match set up. Like,
Yep.
Come up with something new. Be original. Stop using recycled storylines already when you're only 3 years old. Like, there are so many other things they could have done to get to this match instead of that. That being said, I do think we are going to get some interference in this match, and that is how MJF is going to get his victories. He might not get any clean wins over Bryan. I don't want MJF to walk out with this title. Like, I really don't. But that's what they're going to do.
I mean, that's the thing, like, because MJF even said that he keeps saying 2024. I'm like, when he like with that shoe promo he did on Tony Khan last year,
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking to myself, like, what the hell is he going to do? Because I knew he was pissed, and it was actually real. I'm like, this was good, better than the pipe on my Punk did. And my thought was, MJF's going to come back at All Out. He did. The thing is, if he does lose his AEW title, I won't care either because Danielson, like I said, is a great talent. He has the promo ability, he has the in-ring skills, and once he retires from wrestling forever, then I see him going into, if AEW ever had a Hall of Fame, I wish he can go to Hall of Fame, but of course they're not going to do that. But Danielson is, I'm just going to say, is MJF, if he loses, he might go to WWE. That's all I'm saying.
See, here's my problem. Here's my problem with MJF. Does he really have to use the same stick every single time? Everybody sees him as this great heel. Oh, he's one of the best heels in business. Everyone, give us Miz versus MJF.
He might be.
He uses the same stick every single time. He's always got to make it personal. Like, do we always have to bring up someone's wife? Do we always got to bring up someone's kids, someone's relationships? Like, do we really have to bring that up to make a good storyline?
Like that's what I'm saying though. Like he doesn't evolve. He doesn't change. He's been this same way since he's started within AEW. And for the first year it was all about his diamond ring from when he won when he won that match, and he used that every time to win. Now it's the same recycled stuff over and over. He needs to evolve if he wants to be somebody that's going to be remembered than more than just being an asshole.
That's the thing. Like like I said before, I choose who was going to win. Like what MJF's like tactics and everything with him bringing the same shit, it's getting annoying because no offense, it's like, geez, like man, come up with something else. Like don't keep bringing your the wife and kids thing. I get Danielson brought up the whole fiance thing, but that's the thing. I just think MJF needs to come up with something new. I love his heel character. I love what he does for autograph signings and stuff. But the thing is, MJF needs to say some other stuff whenever he gets another feud after this match, because even what Nightmare said, it's like the Chris Jericho thing all over again. Like he did with Jericho a lot back in the COVID era when
literally all the matches you had to do these matches
Yeah.
like the Chris Jericho, just to get a match with me. And then they're doing the same thing with Bryan Danielson. They had to win all his matches, and then now he gets the title match. And then, oh, look, MJF wins. Woo. But with this one, it's just going to be MJF winning. So I feel like he's going to hold that title until 2024 or maybe longer if he resigns.
It's like MJF is getting all of his promos from a WWE 2K career mode promo board. It's the same stuff over and over and over.
It might be the
He
same
just-
stuff and over, but I feel like WWE 2K promo board would be better.
Probably.
Oh, we'll see when the game comes out. Because they're bringing back those like cutscenes with shit.
But yeah, I mean, I'm ready for. Like, there's 3 matches that I'm excited to see. This one, I'm excited to see the trios match, and I really want to see the Wardlow and Joe match. Like, I feel like that's going to be a banger as well. Those are the 3 that I'm most excited about. What are your guys' thoughts?
King of
What are you most
television.
excited?
I don't got a
Same.
problem with mine.
Yeah.
Mine. Same. I just think that like Texas death match, like okay, like Nightmare said, I agree with that. What he said, it's just a death match, just like the Nick Gage and Jericho match that happened in 2021. Like, okay, yeah, someone's gonna bleed, obviously, because it's fucking Moxley and Hangman. But with that match, it's gonna be good. MJF Danielson, another good one on my leg, and I don't know. I might switch to okay. The trios one's gonna be good, but if I don't like the match, it just goes shit. Like I don't think it might, but if it does, then Wardlow and Joe would be the replacement for that. If that match goes shit on Sunday for the trios.
I will say I am excited for the trios match. I feel like that's going to be a really good match. Definitely excited for TNT match. That's just going to be an absolute brutal, big meaty men slapping meat fest. Even though I cannot stand Saraya, I feel like that women's triple threat match is going to be a good match. Especially since I'm always happy seeing Jamie Hayter on the screen, so. It's going to be a good match for Jamie. You got Ruby, you got Saraya, you got Jamie Hayter. They're all talented as crap in the ring. It's going to be a pretty decent match.
I love y'all so much, but the Saraya slander needs to stop. But anyways, I'm excited. I'm excited to see the trios match because I want to see more of House of Black. So put them on the TV more. I'm excited, and I'm also excited. I'm actually really excited for the Texas Death Match because I believe this is going to be the first death match that I've seen so far with my research that I'm doing actually. And I'm also a little bit excited to see my first Iron Man match, but not because of the feud. If I'm gonna talk feud wise, then I'm again back to the trios match. And again, if Saraya wins, I expect money in my Cash App, everyone. I swear to God.
And I know a lot of people's not hyped for it, but Starks and Jericho's going to be a banger too.
Oh, that will be too. That one, yeah. Yeah, sorry, I love you so much.
It doesn't make the most sense or be the best storyline, but Starks and Jericho both in the ring, it's going to be a banger match. I believe that could be the match of the night. Possibly.
I swear, if I see Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett win the AEW Tag Championships, I'm shaving my head.
I don't know what.
All right. No,
I
you're
am
not.
throwing my brick at my TV if Jericho wins.
You better
And then,
hope
yeah,
that fucking
yeah,
Jay
yeah.
Lethal and Jeff Jarrett don't win.
Damn,
If Jeff
Nightmare.
Jarrett wins, I'm throwing a brick at my TV.
Damn.
I'm rage
I'm
quitting.
shaving my
so hard
damn
now.
fucking head clean bald.
All right.
I only-
Let's not go crazy with the predictions that what you're gonna do after somebody wins, because we're gonna have to do a live stream just to see it all if it does come true.
Hey, I'll tell everyone.
I'm expecting money in my Cash App if
Gosh.
Saraya wins.
And what if she
Because-
doesn't?
No.
Are we expecting all the money in ours?
Yeah.
Sure, sure. I'm saying this slander for my woman is not acceptable. I'm not happy right now.
Yo, Scar, I got
Yeah.
So if I'm gonna say if Saraya wins, I'll buy a Saraya shirt. I'm dead serious. I will.
You better wear that for a whole damn week. A whole week. A whole week.
I feel my Judgment Day, even though I want my Judgment Day shirt so bad, but if that happens, that's the bet I want to do. So.
All right. All right.
All right, so let's finish this up. Mystic,
Yeah.
where can we find you?
You can find me on BG Mystic on TikTok.
Heel Zach, what about yourself?
You can find me on TikTok at HeelZach and HeelZach Clark, Instagram HeelZach Clark, and shouts out to my indie company PCWA. Check them out, please.
Nightmare?
Find me on Instagram and TikTok, where I'm currently trying to reach 3,000 followers, at Nightmare the Hill.
Scarlett?
You can find me on Scarlet Rose, which is technically Scarlex Rose, SCARLEXXROSE, on Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, and Twitter, and also Twitch. You can also find me on every single Wednesday on Off the Top Media for Scarlet's Lair. Every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, that's where you can find me.
I'm Scals. You can find myself here on Off the Top Media and on YouTube as well. If you are watching on YouTube, make sure you drop a subscribe and a like so you get notifications of when we do. Also on TikTok and Twitter at Off the Top Media _. We hope everybody had a great evening tonight. We'll be back here. We're trying to figure it out. I think it's going to be some point on Monday for the results show. And we'll catch you then. Have a great evening, everybody.